we are in Atlanta. We have like a 3-hour layover, but this is the beginning of Q&A. So we thought we would start with like just a really solid, serious question that tells you a little bit about who we are. Somebody asked us. Toby asked us, if you were yogurt, would you be fruit at the bottom or stirred? And I said stirred, hands down, because if you're fruit at the bottom, what are you doing with your life? That's just awful.
But I said fruit at the bottom.
Brad's fruit at the bottom.
Because I'm a surprise when you get down there.
Yeah, but you gotta eat all the plain yogurt to get there, and then you got nothing but fruit. So sad.
So Matt asked, he's bulking and tall and skinny, and it's hard for him to gain weight, but when he gets around 200 pounds, he plateaus, and he starts getting a lot more fat than muscle. How should I keep lean bulking when I plateau around 200 without gaining a lot of fat? He normally eats higher carbs. So I say, anyone, when you're lean bulking, quit worrying about the scale as much and worry about your strength. If your strength is still going up, then don't worry about the scale. Just keep letting your strength go up. When your strength plateaus, then add more carbs. And that way you'll be sure to be adding muscle and not fat. I hope that makes sense.
So somebody asked us what we both do for a living, and it's perfect because we're actually taking this trip because I just got off for summer break, and because I work in the schools, I'm a speech language pathologist, or a speech therapist. Probably most of you know what a speech therapist is. And then Brad works for, he's an engineer for a chemical company in Houston.
So Ashley asked, see how well you know each other, guess each other's favorite meal, which is a meal, a side, and a drink, and calories don't matter. So I was thinking about this. Aubrey has this weird obsession with corn dogs. So I said corn dogs with tater tots, and then a stacked ice cream donut cookie, or donut sandwich, or pizza, and the same thing, stacked for dessert.
Drink?
I don't, nothing. A pina colada.
Ooh, that's a good choice. Now, do I have to tell you the real?
Yeah, tell me the real.
Okay, for real, corn dog, skip the tater tots, not interested. Probably like Doritos or French fries.
Sure, yeah.
French fries with like ranch. And pina colada, that works. And stacked ice cream, yeah.
So that's pretty good.
Yeah, that was good.
Okay, guess mine.
Yours, I'm like a steak, like the best steak. Probably even you made it. As far as a drink, that's hard because I'm pretty sure you just decide on water. And then side, I feel like maybe a twice baked potato. I know we've talked about this before, but I feel like, yeah, maybe a twice baked potato or some kind of potato.
Okay.
Maybe a bun, like bread. You love bread with butter.
Anything else?
No.
No dessert?
Oh, dessert. Oh, that's
Of course
hard.
I'd get dessert.
Oh, ice cream cookie sandwich, duh.
Yeah. So I would say she's right. A steak, but probably sweet potato fries and crescent rolls for sure. So sweet potato fries and crescent rolls. And then for a drink, because I wouldn't drink I'd probably get like a milkshake or something, like a caramel brownie milkshake, some kind of like turtle. So I love turtle. And then I would just get like a chocolate chip, toffee caramel ice cream cookie sandwich. So that was pretty good, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then Josh Watson said, do you prefer cookies soft and chewy or hard and crunchy?
I'm a soft and chewy, but you're a hard and crunchy.
No, I like hard and crunchy edges
outside,
and then like a soft gooey inside, which is the only way you can do it is when they're hot out of the oven and you let them cool for just enough time that they like crunch on the outside stone, they're like gooey in the middle.
I like me a soft, underdone cookie.
No, it's gotta have the crunch. It's the
gotta
texture.
Still be doughy. Like.
Oh.
That's to be wrong.
Anyways, I think. Do we have any more couples one? Oh yeah, what's the key or advice to a happy and long-lasting relationship?
Well, we've only been dating for 2 years, but I can tell you, we work at it every day, and we understand that it's work, I think.
I would say that someone told me this one time, and it's like the most problems that you'll have in your relationship is unmet expectations. So when you don't voice things that you want done, or you don't voice things, then the other person doesn't know they need to do them or that you wanted it done. So like if you didn't voice that you would like the dishwasher emptied before you got home, the other person could be home doing other things like laundry that they may have thought you wanted done, and then you get pissed off because the dishwasher is still full of clean dishes, and you know that's really just an unmet expectation. They probably would have done it if you would have asked. So.
The part of working for your relationship is like you have to try to make the other person happy, but the other part is avoid making them unhappy, and that's probably even bigger than try to make them happy. Avoid making them unhappy if you know things.
Yeah, because you could be doing something the entire day to try to make them happy and say like one thing that like pushes their buttons, and no matter what you've done, like you've ruined the whole thing.
Done that before. Learned the hard way.
Jerica X Fit asked, how did we meet? I know somebody else asked us that too. So we met on Tinder.
Yeah, we matched and she sent me my first message.
I said nice tiara because in one of his photos he had a pink tiara on.
From Chuck E. Cheese.
Yeah.
That's another story though. What is your biggest pet peeve about me?
I was saying earlier.
So you gotta speak up.
I was saying earlier that he poops with the door open. Or chews his gum really loud.
Mine is Aubrey likes to pick at things, anything. Like if you have a zit, she wants to pick at it. If she has a zit, she wants to pick at it. She picks at her cuticles. She picks at everything. She's like a picker. So that's my biggest pet peeve about her. And then what's your favorite quality about each other? Is it bad that this one's gonna take longer? I'm just kidding.
The list is so long.
I have no empathy or sympathy, like none. And I think the favorite quality about Aubrey is that she has that, because it kind of balances me out, because like I'll just be like, well, that's stupid, that person's an idiot, like I don't feel sorry for him at all, and Aubrey's like, no, and she like kind of makes me see it differently. But
my favorite quality about Brad is...
Speak up.
I know, there's a loud speaker. Is that he's very giving. I've never met anybody that's as giving as Brad. So.
I hope you can hear it. Okay, say it again.
My favorite quality about Brad is that he's so giving. I don't think I've ever met anybody as giving as him. So that's the reason, one of the main reasons that I love him.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Mrs. 232 asked, do you have a job? Yes, I have a job. I'm just laughing at that one. Somebody else asked, secret to your muscles. Ashley asked, secret to your muscles. And then somebody else asked how long I have been working out. I gotta find it. Sorry, I don't know who it is. But I've been working out for 9 years. 7 years of that was CrossFit. 1 year out of that was strictly Olympic lifting. And now the last 2 years have been bodybuilding with a little bit of CrossFit in there. So I found it. I found the person that asked me that. Jerica X Fit asked me how long I've been working out for, but then what's the biggest tip for muscle building when you're no longer in the newbie phase? For me, it's probably supersetting, like training hypertrophy, like just going till I can't go, and then working out every day. That's it. That is it.
Nutrition probably plays a pretty good part.
Well,
Young Buck asked me if I would follow him. And so if you notice, I don't follow a lot of people on Instagram, and it's because I've either A, met the people, or B, just find value in what they post. I don't follow people just to follow people, because I see every single post of every single person that I follow. So one, I couldn't follow everyone that follows me because there's a cap. So I wouldn't even be able to do it. And two, if you post valuable content, then people are gonna follow you, and I'll follow you. So that's the way to get me to follow you. Meet me in real life, and I like you, and then post valuable content, I guess. You ready? So someone asked us what snacks we travel with, and we brought protein bars, but then we ended up at Chick-fil-A. We made it to Panama City. We just want to say this. Some of you may have noticed that I'm wearing a ring right now. Aubrey makes me wear it whenever we go out in public, so girls won't hit on me. No, I'm just kidding. We booked our flight separately because it was $180 cheaper to book separately, but because of that, we weren't able to get our seats beside each other. And people don't really care if you're dating or engaged, so they don't really want to give you seats next to each other. But when you say you're married, they try harder. So both of our flights, we got to sit next to each other. So I guess you could say it worked.
You look so good with it on too.
Let's go. How's your ankle?
It still hurts, but the swelling's gone down. But
and you can dive, so.
Oh, I can always dive. I dive with a broke leg.
I'll answer this question because two people asked. Annabelle asked, and then this JM one, I don't even know, on Instagram. They asked, where do you get your clothes from? Do you ever have trouble shopping for clothes? Yes, I do have trouble shopping for clothes because I have a smaller waist and big legs. So if it fits my legs, it doesn't fit my waist. That's why skinny jeans are important. But as far as workout clothes, I love Lululemon. Like, love it, hands down. Their Align pants are amazing, and they're so worth the money. And then otherwise, I'm just kind of cheap, so I'll like find stuff at TJ Maxx. I'll find stuff on sale online. I don't know, I don't shop a lot, so that's mostly where I get my stuff.
Okay, so we're trying to finish up this Q&A, so I'm going to run through some questions real quick because we're about to eat s'mores, and s'mores are important. Kurt asked exercises for strengthening his ankle, prepare for running because he injured it. I don't know the specific injury, but the best way to keep from injuring an ankle is to make sure that you have good flexibility in that ankle, so work on mobility, and then work on strengthening the muscles around the ankle. So I read an article on Runner's World when I was reading this question, so there's a really good article on Runner's World that tells you how to, I guess, heal up and strengthen your ankle. Then I got asked by Nick's Brew, favorite place to visit? Here. I love coming home. The beach is awesome. And then Ashley Rue said, what made you see her ring and say yes to that one? So her sister sent me her Pinterest board because it was private of rings that she liked. And there was like 4 on there that I was drawn to. But I was specifically drawn to the one she has now because it was a floral halo, and I knew she liked that. So I sent the ring to my mom and I was like, can you find this ring so that I can propose to Aubrey when we come home to Panama City? So my mom went like scouring places, and within like 3 days she found the exact ring. So yeah, so I saw it on Pinterest, and then my mom found it in real life. And then if you didn't have to pay a mortgage, what car would you buy? Honestly, I would just keep driving my car and just save the money because my Jeep runs fine and I like my Jeep. If I had to buy a new vehicle, I'd probably just buy a newer Jeep Grand Cherokee because I really like it. But that's really all the questions I have right now. Oh, what's more difficult for your diet? Getting in the cardio or sorting out the diet? It's cardio because I don't do cardio. Like I don't want to do cardio. So I'd rather just eat less food. So
Christy Marie 813 asked me, can you answer some relationship questions like when you each knew the other one was the one, and if you have anxiety about getting married, and if so, how you deal without getting overwhelmed and postponing doing wedding stuff? There's a lot of questions. This is like 5 questions in one. But when you know, you just know. You just know. You'll know. And I don't have anxiety about getting married. I'm excited about it. I'm not overwhelmed. Our wedding is going to be super small and easy.
So I'm not overwhelmed about that. I haven't postponed doing wedding stuff. I have no anxiety about our relationship. So that basically answers all of your questions.
Disney.
What am I most excited about for Disney? Probably just like all the magic that happens. Like I think it's just gonna be I'm gonna be like a child with all this like magical stuff. Probably the food as well.
So you were listening to Aubrey.
Yeah, I was listening to Aubrey about when you know you know. Well, the moment I saw your mother, I knew. The moment I saw her, that was it. I mean, it was like I saw her. It was like God said, "That's her," and I pursued her hard and heavy.
How long have y'all been married?
We were married 33 years.
And then how long were y'all dating from when you got engaged and then from when you got married?
I met her December 16th. I asked her out. We went on our first date December 18th. I asked her to marry me. That was in 1983. I asked her to marry me January 7th, 1984. We were married March 24th, 1984. So we dated for, well, we didn't date but 3 weeks. Yeah, 3 weeks. And then we were married 3 months. I mean, we were married in 3 months.
What's your best relationship advice?
I would say don't. It's probably a stereotype one or a very typical one. Don't go to bed angry.
That's what I was gonna say. That's a good one.
Don't go to bed angry.
That's a good one.
Yeah, just make sure you don't do that, because we've done that before and it doesn't work.
For a bad night.
Yeah, it's a bad night, and it makes for a bad morning and a bad next day. And yeah, get it settled before you go to bed, even if you have to work on it all night long or you stay awake for hours and hours and hours. Get it settled before you go to bed.
These are the last questions we're going to get to, because I feel like this video has gotten really long and we have to start our travel Disney vlog.
Yes.
So first one, what is our ethnicity?
What are our ethnicities?
Whatever. I'm 1/8 Native American, Creek and Cherokee, and then the rest is European.
I am pretty much all European with like this weird like 1% of Middle Eastern.
Makes sense, actually.
My mom used to say that we were a little bit like Romanian or like Gypsy, but I don't know where that came from. But we actually did Ancestry.com this year, and that's where all that is coming from.
Okay, and then another question was how often we work out together. And we really only get to work out together on the weekends, sometimes Fridays. We'll probably work out more now in the summer because Aubrey's off work a little bit more. But in general, it's just the weekends. And we don't really like work out together too much. Like we're at the gym both doing similar things, and then we help each other or push each other, but we're not like following each other around the gym. Yeah. And then finally, business question. Essentially, it was just like, how does the business operate? But I really think that I kind of develop a plan, and then Aubrey helps me execute that plan. So, like I have an idea for a video, and she helps me execute the video that way, or stuff like that. Yeah, I mean, she definitely has come up with stuff like her Bye Bye Binge 8-week program that she did like pretty much all of that on her own, and she asked for my help doing some small things, but most of that was on her own. So, but as a whole in the business, I really think that I kind of have an idea, and she helps.
Supportive.
Yeah, she helps get me there. So
I'm the cheerleader.
But that's it for the questions. We hope everyone enjoyed the Q&A and learned something new about us.
Now it's time to eat s'mores.
Yeah.
Did you say like, comment, and subscribe?
Oh yeah, like, comment, and subscribe, especially if you love s'mores.